Hey everybody, I'm Josh the Editor, and I'm here to react to the newest Death Battle. Death Battle is back, baby, and I'm here to react to Bardock versus Omni-Man. Whew. I'm gonna level with you guys. I'm a little nervous. It's been a long time since I've reacted to a Death Battle, and even more so since I'm doing this by myself. But you know what? I'm gonna do it anyway. All right. Now, Omni-Man is awesome, but but I did watch season 2 of Invincible, so he can get messed up by people who are just as strong as him. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know that much about Bardock. All I know is that he's Goku's dad. He, in the Broly movie in English, he's played by Sonny Strait. He looks exactly like Goku, except he's got the scar on his cheek. And that was one of the reasons why I had such the hard time getting into Dragon Ball growing up, is because I could not tell these characters apart. If they didn't look the same, they were wearing the same outfits. Yamcha wears the same outfit as Goku sometimes, the orange. And I know it's a huge meme nowadays, like, oh, how could you mistake Goku for Yamcha? But as a child with poor recognition skills, I stand by that statement. But let me think about this critically. I did watch the Super Saiyan rap battle, not rap battle, the Super Saiyan rap cipher, and the only thing I remember about it is because it had Bardock in it. There looks like there's some parts where he's fighting Frieza, which that was not in the Broly movie. I don't know if it's even canon still. Bardock squares up against Frieza, and he goes Super Saiyan. So he might be the first Super Saiyan. And then he slams Frieza around. And I remember there was a sick bar in the Super Saiyan rap cipher talking about something about blood soaked or something. It was a reference to how his head bandana is red because it's literally soaked in the blood of all the other Saiyans that Frieza killed. But ultimately, I'm pretty sure that battle ends with Bardock getting killed because he's dead. All the Saiyans are dead except for like 5 of them or whatever. But you know what? This is a good return to form. The meme is that it's like, oh, it's the super dads. All right. I'm excited to get back into Death Battle, even though let me tell you about an update of my life right now. I'm on a big Ben 10 kick right now, and I'm still enjoying Death Battle, but that stupid Death Battle Ben 10 thing is in the back of my mind. I'm never gonna not be salty about it, but I can accept that Ben 10 lost. It was the animation, but I can't stop talking about this. I can't keep talking about. I can't keep talking about this. All right. Basically, it's the Battle of the Daddies, and I really can't wait to see who's next because I heard about a couple of them that are confirmed, like Yugi versus Ash Ketchum. I feel like I'm not sure what happened to Death Battle. There was like a whole Kickstarter thing, and I think they had potentially were going to go out of. They're going to stop because they couldn't afford to, but the Kickstarter I guess was successful enough. And now they're making enough money to continue Death Battle. Oh yeah, because Rooster Teeth got bought out. Oh yeah, but I think from what I remember when I saw the other, what are they called, the other battles. I don't remember what they were, but they really seem to be leaning into like fan requests, if that makes sense. They're going for like fan service. That's the term. But you know what? I'm really excited. I loved Invincible. I haven't seen Dragon Ball Z. I want to watch Dragon Ball Z. I might react to it. That'd be a crazy series of reactions. I should definitely react to Dragon Ball Abridged. I keep seeing clips of it, and it looks funny as hell. All right, well, I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm going to get into it. Let's go. We going right into it? What is this? Oh! Fight! Oh, okay, the little tease.
Versus Bardock, the ostracized Viltrumite and the Doomed Saiyan.
The Doomed Saiyan, that's a cool way to put it.
And it's our job.
Oh my god, the animation! This animation looks amazing!
A death battle.
Death battle!
Omni-Man.
Omni-Man.
Once greatest hero. Alongside the Guardians of the Globe, he protected the world from all manner of threats. And then, in a single day, it all went horribly wrong.
Oh, yes it did.
Omni-Man. How Omni-Man? Who Omni-Man?
Who indeed? Champion of Earth, best-selling author J.K. Simmons, yet it was all a charade.
Oh yeah.
His murderous rampage only brought to a halt thanks to his own son.
It all starts
his own emotions.
With his home planet, Viltrum, which I hear is a totally lovely utopia.
Through brutal, mortal combat.
With a K! Or, wait, no, that came later.
Viltrumites are among the most powerful beings in the universe, even more so after they purge the weaker members of their species. As a vanguard of the Viltrumite Empire, Omni-Man infiltrated Earth
Mark
as
Debbie
Norman
writing bugs.
Grayson,
Yeah, because he had sex with a bug.
The planet for imperial assimilation.
Which should have been easy, since he's got your classic strongman superpowers, and he's basically invulnerable, easily knocking around asteroids the size of Texas.
He can fly at unbelievable speeds, soaring from Earth to the planet Thraxa in under 1 week. Thraxa is, quote, a couple galaxies away, give or take, so a minimum of 2 galaxies. Beyond the Milky Way's neighbor Andromeda is the lesser-known Triangulum galaxy, which is over 2.7 million light-years away. Reaching it in under 1 week means Omni-Man must have flown over 142 million times faster than light.
And Viltrumites can't breathe in space, so he held his breath the whole way. And it's not like he was in a rush. He was on a soul-searching trip, contemplating the significance of smashing his own son's face in. Think, Nolan, think.
Oh god, the think meme.
I'm never having kids.
You're missing out. But according to another Viltrumite, Thetis, a bunch of other Viltrumites who actually were in a hurry flew to Viltrum across the Virgo supercluster in less than 24 hours.
That's over 20 billion times faster than light.
They're
You don't
fast.
really need to rush anyway. The older a Viltrumite gets, the slower they age.
According to the Invincible Handbook, Nolan is over 2,000 years old. And regardless of age, Viltrumites don't suffer muscle fatigue like humans do. So
Really?
they rarely ever tire out.
Seriously?
Oh my
He's got
gosh.
parenting easy mode on, and he couldn't even handle that. I would have killed for that back when my daughter was
They
born.
don't get
You
fatigued?
would
That's
have to
awesome.
be a Viltrumite first. A Viltrumite's body contains smart atoms, which they subconsciously manipulate. This
I remember
cellular
this
structure
shit
can
from the
effectively
Omni-Man
recall
versus
certain
Homelander
states
fight.
of being regardless of their present environment, reacting to changes at an atomic level to perform the impossible.
Yeah, like surviving your intestines getting ripped out, or even more scary, ripping out your whole beard all at once. Ugh, only
The
a
fucking
Viltrumite
chun.
can pull off something that disturbing.
What?
Nolan
One
is
Piece?
incredibly tough, but if he faces superior forces, his smart atoms can adjust to make him even stronger by comparison. This is why Viltrumites are considered invincible.
They got it.
Most weapons in the universe can't even scratch a Viltrumite like him.
Even a ship's cannon like this one can't take down a Viltrumite, and it obliterated a massive solar disk nearly half the size of a star.
Speaking of planets, he's strong enough to shatter one by flying straight through it. A planet so big it has a whole ring around it.
The Roche limit factor dictates the size a celestial body must be in order to disperse orbiting material as a ring. In short, an Earth-sized planet can't support such a ring, meaning this
It
one
was
must
bigger.
be much larger.
And don't get me started on how the ring is actually made up of dead bodies because, spoilers? Just go read the comic.
If Roche isn't doing it for you, this planet also supports 5 moons in its orbit.
Okay.
And even the smallest is a perfect sphere, meaning its own gravity shaped it. At minimum, a moon like that must have a diameter of 600 kilometers, or 370 miles. Comparing this to the planet's diameter, we can tell this world is nearly 14 times larger than Earth.
Or it was before, you know, kablam.
Now, Omni-Man does have his
Can do
weaknesses.
Fortnite dances
Monsters
with the
like
best of them.
Grognar's can pierce Viltrumite flesh, and he's extremely sensitive to a specific high-pitch frequency, which can destabilize his body's equilibrium.
But his real weakness turned out to be, you guessed it, fatherhood. Thanks to his son Mark, Nolan began to re-examine his perspective and his place in the universe. He settled down in a new place, got himself a new job, and even had a new kid with his new wife, who's a bug.
A bug.
The bug lady.
Have you seen what the bug people
Why,
look like in the...
Omni-Man?
Ah, what?
How? Omni-Man?
Hey,
Have you seen what the
everyone
bug people
deals
look like in
with
the
parenting
comics?
stress in their own
They
way.
thick.
When Nolan was lecturing to Mark about how insignificant people are, Mark wasn't the only one he was trying to convince, if you catch my drift.
Nolan Grayson's real mission isn't planetary conquest or saving the innocent. It's to discover if a violent man who can break the world can also be a good father.
Godspeed, Omni-Man.
Omni-Man's a great character.
In the far reaches of the cosmos laid a world with a people like no other, born and raised
The
to do
Saiyans.
just one thing.
Fight!
The Saiyans.
Did he say fight? I couldn't hear.
Warrior people from the planet Vegeta, ruled by
King Vegeta!
King Vegeta. Well, narcissist much.
Exactly. Their pride blinded them to the truth of their
And
impending
Emily
doom.
just loves
But
how all the
perhaps one
Saiyans are
Saiyan
just
represented
completely
the best
monkey
of
brain.
them, even during their waning glory days.
Bardock. He's cool, he's crude, he's got a bad attitude, and if he goes apeshit, you're totally screwed. And guess what? He's father of Goku.
Oh wow, I never would have guessed.
Right? What a curveball.
So what does that make Turles?
Who?
Ahem. Bardock was a cold-blooded killer, ruthlessly
ask.
conquering planets in service to the Saiyans' true overseer, Lord Frieza.
They didn't just conquer planets, they wiped out every living thing, leaving Frieza uninhabited rocks to sell away.
Rocks a sick bandana.
Was an asshole. Well, until he wasn't.
Bardock's story has evolved over the years, with multiple iterations.
Oh my
of
god,
Bardock.
Omni-Man's got this in the
One where he's a
bag.
brilliant
Bardock, it said his
scientist.
age was 30 plus. Omni-Man's
But
over
only
2,000
one
years
is
old.
considered officially canon.
Ooh, canon?
Bardock's demeanor began to shift when he met and eventually married fellow warrior Guinea,
Aw.
and had 2 sons, Raditz and Kakarot.
No, Bardock didn't go totally soft. He was still a ruthless warrior. You know that iconic red headband of his? It's stained with the blood of his fallen friends. Hardcore.
Bardock
Hell
could
yeah.
fly, move faster than
Said
light,
that
and was
earlier.
naturally
Proud of
adept
myself.
in using his
But
key
I'm
as
proud
an
that it came up.
explosive weapon.
AKA shooting lasers from his hands. True to his brutal screw you nature, Bardock's moves are all about overwhelming
Ooh,
power.
the
His
Great
final
Ape.
spirit cannon
That's
is
a
like
big gap of
key-powered
knowledge for me when it
bazooka.
comes to
His
Dragon Ball
rebellion
lore.
hammer
I just
punching
know that they've
knives
become
enemies
really
on
strong.
contact, and his rebellion spear basically turns him into a supercharged battering ram. The guy has no chill. He will run you over, break your spine, light you on fire, and then move on to the next guy. All in a
Putting
day's
Bardock's
work
face
for
over
a
all these
Saiyan.
things.
Marriage didn't change that. While Bardock cared for Guinea, in fact being one of few Saiyans of his time to actually have a romantic partner, he was still no family man.
Really?
Like most Saiyans, he saw his sons as nothing more than future soldiers.
Bardock was a low-class warrior, so it was unlikely his kids would grow up to be anything more than battlefield fodder.
But they would still possess the Saiyans' power, a transformation that was the key to their planetary devastation.
Big Monkey!
Big Monkey!
Under the light of a full moon, a Saiyan with a tail manifests the Uzaru.
I didn't realize it was a moon thing. I thought that's a werewolf?
Unstoppable kaiju.
I thought it was just when they got really
Someone
pissed
call
off.
Yajirobe.
While some Saiyans can maintain control over this berserker form, low-class warriors like Bardock don't receive the same level of training as those of higher birth. Prince Vegeta's control is so precise he can speak while changed, but Bardock cannot.
Hell, it's questionable if he even remembers everything that happens when he goes full tilt gorilla. The Saiyan strategy is pretty much just monkey see, monkey smash.
Despite being
Monkey brain.
low-class, Bardock's power level nearly matched that of King Vegeta, who could destroy multiple planets at once. At about this time, King Vegeta's power level was around 10,000.
Yeah, we know power levels are kinda janky. Nobody can agree on what the number really means.
Outside of his fight with Gas, Bardock doesn't really show any high-end feats in canon, but we can use power levels to compare him to other characters with similar levels to better understand his
Ooh,
potential.
this seems
Like when his
iffy.
son fought Prince Vegeta. What's the scouter say about his power level? It's over 8,000. Yeah, the dub changed it to fit Vegeta's lip flaps, but we only cover the cold hard truth, damn it.
According
Really?
to
I
this
didn't know
movie
that.
pamphlet, Goku's power level between his fight with Vegeta and his trip to Namek was 10,000. This lines up with that previous reading and puts him on par with Bardock. Goku's training during the trip eventually raised him to 90,000 upon arrival, but this gives us a clear window.
Yeah, early in the trip, he had to dodge a bunch of incoming asteroids and blast his ship away from a star, which is impressive considering the speed involved.
The planet Namek is outside
Can
of the
Goku breathe in
quadrant of the
space? I
universe,
don't
and it
actually
took
know
the ship
this.
6 days to make the journey. Traveling a quarter of the universe's diameter would put the ship over 9.5 trillion times the speed of light.
And Goku would have had to keep up with that kind of speed to do all that other stuff.
Makes sense given far weaker characters could
the
reach the
table.
moon in a fraction of a second. Should be trivial enough for Bardock.
All this speed and power meant when Bardock and his team assaulted the planet Cereal, they went, cheerio!
Bardock ravaged the planet, annihilating its people, until he found 2 survivors, a mother and her child. Some may call it weakness, others a moment of clarity, but Bardock was suddenly reminded of his wife
Aw.
and recently born son. He chose to spare the 2, and even pushed himself far past his limits to protect them from his own Frieza Force allies, who taunted that Frieza had dire plans for the Saiyans' future.
This moment changed Bardock, making him more appreciative of his family and cautious of Frieza. When all the Saiyans were called back to Planet Vegeta for mysterious reasons, he had a hunch something was up. So, before his final stand, smashing through hundreds of soldiers before coming face to face with the tyrant, he sent his youngest kid away for protection. A choice that allowed his son to thrive. And hey, that's what good parents do.
A choice that would have a greater significance than Bardock could ever imagine.
And then Dildo Dickhead blew them all up and he died.
Yep.
Or did he?
Wait, what?
Bardock got killed so freaking hard he got blasted back in time.
There's
Actually,
what?
He was pulled away by these 2 who miscalculated and misplaced him incorrectly in the time stream.
Blah blah blah, non-canon, whatever. He survived.
Okay, non-canon.
When he realized what happened, he got so unbelievably pissed off, he went Super Saiyan. What?
Alright, this is very much an alternate universe what-if scenario, and it is jarring.
Okay.
But think about it.
The Super Saiyan form is not achieved through training alone. It requires dedication, introspection, victory, failure, love, and loss.
Oh.
Frieza destroyed the Saiyans because he feared the possibility of the Super Saiyan, a Saiyan with power that could rival his own. But perhaps Bardock's transformation was more than simply a what if. He had begun to take the very steps his son later would to achieve the form. Perhaps if Frieza had hesitated, even for a moment, his fear would have manifested before him right then and there.
Damn, pour one out for Bardock, who figured out how to be the truest Saiyan right at the end of it all. I know Kakarot would be proud.
Super Saiyan. It might be Bardock. The way they're scaling him up, I don't know. They're scaling up Bardock too much. Did he get killed by Frieza? I'm trying to remember everything from the Omni-Man versus Homelander fight. I'm really thinking about this right now. I'm just gonna say Bardock. I'm gonna say Bardock. All right, let's see if I'm right.
All right, the combatants
Are
are
set.
set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time
For
for a
death
death
battle!
battle!
He's doing the Fortnite dance. I gotta remember that the Super Saiyan thing is like a multiplier to all the stats that they already established for Bardock. Boom. Look at the animation, man. Oh my god.
Great. Another gross bug planet.
Ooh!
This planet isn't anyone's to conquer.
Don't underestimate me!
Just like
Digging
my
the
son,
music.
sticking his nose in places he's not ready for.
My sons would kick his ass!
Oh, now Goku versus... Nah, actually, never mind. Goku versus Invincible would not be a good fight. Marco is notorious for getting his ass kicked. Oh man, this music is popping off. Yeah, throw it at him! Oh!
Whatever you are, you're an embarrassment.
Go big monkey! Oh.
Wait till you see the real power of a Saiyan.
Hell yeah! Oh, he looks sick.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
I don't know. Maybe I was wrong to pick Bardock. It's the 2,000 years of... He's gonna rip his tail off? Oh! That'll change him back. Ripping his tail off will do it. It's the 2,000 years of experience that... Oh!
Shit.
Nice! Oh, right, and Omni-Man doesn't get fatigued. Maybe I was wrong to choose Bardock. Go Super Saiyan? Super Saiyan!
My sons need me. I won't let you take me from my own.
Holy shit! Oh!
Your time is up!
Ah! Damn it. See? I knew I was wrong.
You said Saiyan. Remember it.
It was the 2,000 years of the fact that Omni-Man is 2,000 years old and the fact that he doesn't get fatigued. I was stupid to pick Bardock.
Fuck.
KO! Okay, these Gokus have got to stop picking fights with guys in capes.
Pitting Saiyan against Viltrumite is fascinating. Among the many similarities, 5 specific categories stand out.
Starting with speed.
Experience.
Bardock is much faster, given his power level
Yeah.
with Goku dodging asteroids at 9.5 trillion times light speed, much higher than the Viltrumite's fastest speed.
Yeah, picked
Add
up on
the
that.
50 times multiplier from Super Saiyan, and it's a huge difference.
Yep.
Right,
Picked up on
Bardock
that.
clearly has the speed advantage, but strength and durability are another story.
Though it doesn't seem like it at first, Bardock scales to King Veggie, who wrecked 3 planets at once, and Omni-Man only smashed 1. But given how big that one planet was, the numbers are actually pretty similar, until we factor in the Super Saiyan boost, right?
Well, there's a catch. A major
See, that's
plot
the
point
thing.
in Invincible involves the coalition of planets admitting that their weapons cannot hurt Viltrumites.
So, when their ship's cannon obliterated
Ah,
this gigantic solar
pick up
disk,
on that.
it highlighted just how tough the Viltrumites really are.
This disk completely blocked the sunlight and heat
I'm a
between the planet
bozo.
and its star. And this is no ordinary planet. Its size and density are so high that its inhabitants are as strong as Viltrumites just due to living in its natural gravity. To fully block the light to such a planet and remain in consistent orbit, the disk would need to be positioned at its L1 point, the spot that creates an uninterrupted view between sun and satellite, and the disk itself must be about half the diameter of the star in question. This means the scaling of the disk puts it at 3 septillion tons,
That's 24 zeros.
which makes Omni-Man over 11,000 times stronger than base Bardock.
Not even the Great Ape or Super Saiyan forms could make up that difference. So strength goes to Nolan.
Still, numbers aren't everything. As far as versatility in combat goes, neither had one distinct advantage that could win outright.
Omni-Man survives in space for much longer, but Bardock barely squeaks out the edge here thanks to his ranged versatility with key attacks and, of course, Super Saiyan.
Okay, let's address the Super Saiyan Bardock thing. It's perfectly fair to question whether or not the form should be in this comparison at all. However, even with the form included, Nolan still takes this, especially when it comes to our last 2 categories, experience and stamina.
Yep.
Yep, Omni-Man's
two things
been
that I
around a lot longer than Bardock,
screwed myself up over.
2,000 years.
Yep.
And even with Super Saiyan, Bardock's no master of the form.
And without that mastery, the form drains the user's energies at an increased rate.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Brings us to what may be Omni-Man's most surprising advantage.
Those weird smart atoms.
Saiyans like Bardock can fight for days on end, but only for so long. Bardock possesses
The numbers,
a limited
man, the
pool of
numbers
heat,
tricked
which
me.
only
It was
depletes
the
faster
speed
when
feat
using
that
super
tricked me.
forms like the Great Ape. In contrast, Omni-Man's biology prevents him from tiring in most cases, letting him travel across whole galaxies for weeks non-stop. And his smart atoms adjust to counter whatever physical strain he's subjected to.
Bardock's crazy speed and power made him a real challenge.
But Nolan's strength, experience, and sheer endurance presented an unstoppable and unshakable force that would inevitably land the killing blow.
When push came to shove, Omni-Man raised the Bardock.
The winner
Forgot about
is
those.
Omni-Man.
All right, who's next? Next time on Death Battle. What am I looking at? Joker versus Giorno. So it's going to be
Subscribe
Giorno.
and join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
Here's the thing about Giorno Giovanna, okay? His stand, Gold Experience of Requiem. Fucking Requiem will ruin your day. To be fair, I don't know anything about Joker. But Requiem is infamous in the JoJo fandom for being overpowered. Ugh. I'm a bozo. I got tricked by fancy numbers and how much faster Bardock was than Omni-Man. But during the battle, I came to my senses. I don't know if you picked up on that. I was like, it's the 2,000 years of combat experience for me. And yeah, the fact that he doesn't get fatigued, that's crazy. So he never gets tired of fighting, which I'm not really the animated series really doesn't do a good job of showing that fact, because they always look like they're getting tired. Well, you saw it here first today. I'm a bozo. I wanted to bring it up earlier, but yeah, the last time Omni-Man was on a death battle, it was just so obvious because he was going up against Homelander. And I don't know how many of you know this now, but it's kind of becoming a meme about how easy it is to beat Homelander. Like, people are like, who's beating Homelander in a battle of Homelander versus this? And it's always like people think Homelander's going to lose. Like, Homelander versus All Might. All Might's gonna win. Homelander versus Class 1A. 1A is gonna win. Homelander versus the Powerpuff Girls. The Powerpuff Girls are gonna win. Homelander versus Hulk. Hulk's gonna win. Because the thing with Homelander is that no one's as powerful as him. And anytime he comes up against somebody who's almost as strong as him, he gets his shit kicked in, even when they're not as powerful as him. Like Soldier Boy. To be fair, I don't know what happens in season 4. I haven't seen season 4. I only watched the first 3 seasons, but yep. Well, it's fun getting back to recording. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what I should react to next. I have a couple of ideas in the old noggin. But let me know. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye-bye.